Hey, good morning out there in YouTube world. Today I'm going to take my F-150 on a little trip. Got to run up to Georgia. So I'm going to go ahead and find out what the fuel mileage is on this thing. Now, I'm 100% against using 93 Octane, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up with 87 for the way up, and I'll fill up with 93 on the way back, and we'll check the mileage against each other. So come along for that trip. All right, I filled up, so let me go ahead and zero everything out. And here we go. This is on 93 Octane. All right, so I'm at my destination. It took me just over 6 hours to get here. 21.9 gallons used, 18.4 average miles per gallon. Let's see if that works out. Let's see if I get the same thing out of the pump. We'll go ahead and top the tank off and see what we get. All right, so I said I took 21.78 gallons, but 21.9, that's close enough. So 18.4 gallons. And I'm doing about 75 miles an hour down the highway. Not, I don't fly in the truck. I do in the Jag, not in the truck. All right, so I'm done with my trip here in Columbus, Georgia is where I'm at, and I'm getting ready to head back down to Florida. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up again, top off, and check the 87 this time. Great. I actually filled up at 93 on the way up, but 87 on the way back, and I bet you I get better gas mileage out of 87 octane. We'll see. Let me go ahead and reset this trip meter, so we can go ahead and there we go. All right. All right, welcome back. Rest of this video. Been on the road for about 5.5 hours. The gas mileage is doing pretty well, but I'll save that to the end so you can see it. Do the comparison. Talk a little bit about this truck. You know, it is a 2013 King Ranch F-150. So far, you know, the about 11 hours of driving I've put straight with this thing. It's a very nice riding vehicle, even after about 6 years old. Rides smooth. It is a nice luxury vehicle, but you can still tell it's a truck. I picked up some stuff. I threw it in the back there. I couldn't have done that in my car. So the truck, overall, I'm pleased with what I got. The only thing I'm going to have to do is the front seats are a little bit worn where people have been getting in and out of the vehicle. The outside of the seats are worn on both the driver and the passenger side. So whoever had this vehicle before me, apparently their wife didn't trust them because they had to have gone everywhere with them, because the passenger seat shows a little more wear than the driver's seat does. It's kind of crazy. I've never seen a vehicle before that had more wear in the front passenger seat than it did in the driver's seat, and that's still kind of odd. But I'm going to go ahead and just change. I'm going to swap the seats, the bottom portion of the seats, front, you know, left to right, and that'll put the good portion of the seat on the outside and give me a whole bunch more wear before it wears out. Now, before this truck, I sold my 2002 Avalanche. Now, in 2002, that thing was fully loaded, leather, Z71 four-wheel drive. But that was fully loaded in 2002. And the rear seats in this vehicle, you've got a lot more leg room than you did in the Avalanche. And that's it was just a little bit cramped back there. You really couldn't stretch out. You've got plenty of room in the back of this thing. It's pretty nice. Now, other than the infotainment center that this thing has in it, which the Avalanche did not have one in it, it's just old CD and stuff like that. I like the power back window on here. All right, that's pretty nice. You can just roll the windows down, open that up, you get a lot of airflow through here. Now, what I've tried to do is maintain about 75 miles per hour so that there's good comparison between going north and the south on both legs of this trip. So I think you're going to be surprised at the fuel mileage and how much money you could actually save yourself depending on which octane of fuel you put into your vehicle. Now, like I said, I've got to make the trip again here in a few days, but in that trip I'm going to go ahead and take the Jag up there. I was kind of glad I took this time because I picked up a Briggs & Stratton pressure washer, which I wouldn't have been able to put into the Jag. Now, when I bought this vehicle, I did not put a warranty on it. I don't put warranties on vehicles, and I'll explain more about that later, but I don't have a warranty on this vehicle nor the Jaguar. No problems out of the Jaguar. I've had it about 10 months, I guess, and no issue so far driving this thing, even though I've only had it about 3 weeks. But I'll explain that in another video about what I do when I'm buying vehicles, because I buy a lot of them. So there it is, 406 miles, about 6 hours and 19 minutes. It says 21.2 gallons used, but I only was able to get in 20 and a half. You know, I do the wait till it clicks off, wait 30 seconds, squeeze the handle until it stops, and that's what I go with. So I might have been able to get a little more in there, but 20.5 gallons is what I was able to put back into the tank. So we'll do the math when we get home. So when it comes to using premium gasoline, it isn't worth the money that you pay for it. Currently, 65 cents more a gallon than it is for 87 octane, and you can go further on 87 octane than you can on 93 octane. So in closing, gas companies want you to buy more expensive items, just like any other company wants you to buy things for certain items that really doesn't matter, like dishwashers. Look at your dishwasher. Your dishwasher more than likely has a sticker on it saying that this type of detergent works better than any other. It's manufactured to work better with this type of detergent. Not true. They'll all work in it. And the other reason is it pollutes the atmosphere. I mean, you're already driving a supercar or a V8 or whatever it is. Why put any more crap into the atmosphere? Know that you're not polluting as much by driving a V8, V10, V12 supercar, hypercars with only 87 octane gasoline, which the computer is going to time that engine so it doesn't damage itself. So if you like this video and you want to see more, go ahead and hit the like button. Please leave a comment, positive or negative. I'll read them all. All right, and if you feel like it, subscribe.